issue of today. Where your issue, I'm my issue. Where your business, I'm my business. If you're happy today, I issue of today. I want it on today. I issue today.
Good evening, Liberia. It's a good way to be back here on the program Issues of Today, right here on Voice of Liberia, 104.1, coming to you live from Capital Bypass in Monrovia. And it's good to be here. I do want to say thank to Allah. Thank to Allah for giving us the time, the strength, what it takes to get us here this evening on the program Issues of Today, right here on Voice of Liberia. My name is Sekou Sharif, and we're going to be here up to 9 o'clock. Usually we converse to talk about all of the issues on the program Issues of Today. And it's good to be here, folks. Invite someone to listen. Like we usually do. We usually sit around to provide our analysis on issues of national concerns, issues that are important to the growth and development of Liberia, issues that can bring about the change, issues that are very important to be discussed. Issues of Today is back on the radio. And like I said, it's good to be back. And my co-pilot, Fendela, won't be on the show today because he has a very, serious engagement with his education, which I can attest to it. He tried making some adjustments to see as well he could be on the show. All of the efforts he made did not, materialize to have him on the show today, but he's going to be on the show tomorrow. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you, our listeners, our committed people. And we're going to be, talking about a wide range of issues today. And there's something I noticed this evening, and I'll also share my thoughts about it. The incident on yesterday at the headquarters of Voice of Liberia on Capital Bypass. We'll take a deep look into it. We'll tell you some things. And today, for once, I will speak to those of the people that think I'm to be the person they want me to be. I will speak to those of the people that think I should not have a peace of mind. I will speak to the people that think that I'm the person that should defend them when even they are not to be defendable. And I will speak to the people that think I'm the usual guy. And I will speak to the people that think I'm the person they should use all the time. I will speak to the people that think that they can intimidate me. I will speak to the people that think I'm not doing what they think I should do. And today I will sound the way I will sound. Because I want you to put yourself in my shoes and think and feel and understand how it takes. And I will express myself for once. Someone that is not talking doesn't mean he's afraid. respect should be on the both sides. But let me go get this. Let me go to our international correspondence. After our international correspondence, we'll come back. We'll move on. Today, we're going to talk more issues here. It's so good we have the time, and it's so good. I'm leading the show. You know, let me go to our international correspondence. Let me go to John Whitfield from Sierra Leone on the program. John is going to join us from Freetown, Sierra Leone on the program tonight. John Whitfield is Voice of Liberia, Sierra Leone correspondent. He joins us now. John, good evening.
Good evening to you, Sekwe, and thanks for having me in the show.
Now, John, the state of the media report in Sierra Leone that covers from 2018 to 2021 has been launched in Sierra Leone by the Media Reform Coordinating Group and its partner. What exactly does the report present?
So this particular report gives a general and a critical overview of what we call prospects and challenges in media freedom and development in Sierra Leone. And like you rightly stated, indeed, from 2018 to 2021, as well as the role of media in the country's sustainable development pathways. And for this particular report, they divided it into two parts. It is broadly divided into the first one, which presents overview of the media landscape during the period under review. And for this period, they focused on freedom, they focused on professionalism, performance, state media relations, and the likes. Also, the report shows Sierra Leone in the last years, whether they have made progress or they haven't made any progress. And also, they look at academic articles on the role of the media access to information in sustainable development.
From the report, has there been any progress in the media landscape in Sierra Leone, or there has been no progress?
Well, from what the report said, that in the last 4 years, we have made progress in the entire, gamut of press freedom and freedom of expression, especially within the ecosystem of freedom of expression. You could recall that one of the gains has to do with the repeal of Part 5 of Sierra Leone's 1965 Public Order Act, which contained the offenses of criminal and that of seditious libel, and also the increasing implementation of the right to access information law in the country. So for most human rights observers, including, authors, they were indeed very optimistic that the repeal of that particular Part 5 would, signal the end of a significant reduction in prosecution. And as far as they are concerned, to that end, there has been huge progress.
Now, despite these gains you just mentioned, there have been reports of violation against media practitioners. Did the report not capture such as well?
So, despite the gains, the report did capture that. They made mention about the issue, of suppression of when it comes to freedom of expression. They spoke also about cases of violations captured in the first part of the report. They spoke about harassment to temporary detention. They also spoke about arrest of journalists and opposition politicians because of freedom of expression related issues. And as far as they are concerned, this shows there is an apparent mismatch between the increased libel policy climate and that of the reality on the ground.
How impactful would this report be to the government structure of the country and the media ecosystem in Sierra Leone?
We are living in a 21st century that is human rights based, and everyone is conscious about their rights. So, being that the media is a bastion of society, it gives government an open eye in terms of the promises they've made, in terms of the investment, in terms of our policies, and also for people and government to understand that state of the media report is not just for journalists again. It also for society, for citizens, because the Public Order Act does not just support journalists, It's not just against journalists as well, but also for citizens to understand their rights. So if government takes it into good faith, it will open their thinking faculty and will have policies that lives and exists in the 21st century that can augur well in society.
Thank you very much, John. John Wayfield, voice of
Thank you.
Liberia, Sierra Leone, and correspondent on the line, telling us about the recent state of the media report in the country. We're going to go to Lesotho to talk to Poloko. Poloko is our Lesotho correspondent. He joins us on the program tonight. Poloko, good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much, Seku. Good evening.
A project named Enhancing Lesotho's Private Sector Readiness for a Clean Energy Transition has been launched in the country. Tell us more about this project.
Thank you very much. The whole aim of this project, Seku, was to ensure that Lesotho's private sector, which we can say are private business not owned by the government, they will be able to have the capacity to, or they will be developed or given tactics on how they can have resources to ensure that they assist government in assisting the locals with energy resources. So the whole aim was to ensure that government gives them advices on how they can be capacitated on energy resources.
Who are the funders of the project?
The project is supported by the government of Lesotho and the United Nations Development Industrialization Organization, UNIDO. It is supported with a tune of $700,000 US. And it is expected that it will assist in increasing access to reliable and affordable energy to all sectors of the economy, aimed at improving the livelihoods of Basotho or Lesotho as a country, because we at the moment we actually have a low capacity of energy production. So this is actually going to assist in developing energy. Hello? Hello.
all failed, because you will not have, in 6 years, there are things that were to happen, did not happen for you. And so I don't know where this hatred and all these things coming from. People pray for people to be sanctioned. When people are sanctioned, what will it do for you as an individual? Or what will it do for you as an opposition? What will it do for you as a person that just hate that person? And we need to desist. We need to discuss the issues. We need to go after the issues instead of us being personal to the extent we have that hate for what people do. Nothing else we want to see. We want to see their downfall. And that is not the Liberia we should be praying for. That is not the Liberia that we should be, after all this time. We need a Liberia where we can express ourselves. We need a Liberia where we can disagree to agree, but we cannot be praying for the downfall of people. We cannot be praying for a government to fail. If the government fails, we all fail. No matter how you take it to be. No matter how you say, oh, I'm an opposition man. When the government fail, none me fail. That party. Do you know what will happen to you for the number of years that the government will be in power? Were you to graduate and the government is not performing well to create the enabling environment for you to graduate, you remain in school for that next year, that means your life has got you've not progressed. And so I see the bitterness in most of the people on social media. And let me say this to y'all. The thing we can be doing on social media has an implication. This thing we can be doing on social media, you say the bad things about your government, you say the bad things about people on social media. Do you know the end results of it? We do them. It is only Liberia, everything we run straight to the social media. Pop. Every time we run to the social media, everything we take it to the social media. As if to say that a new courthouse we get. You know, when I was reading posts and I said to myself, how did we arrive at this point where the hate is too high? Another Liberian think that there should not be this person. How did we reach this far? How did we reach this far? And at times, I say to myself, if we're not careful, we will do more than what we are doing. Why will it benefit you when you sanction people? In as much we all can criticize and talk about it, but how do you feel? Your country name is always, oh, this person is sanctioned, or they sanctioned this person, and they did. Even the great America is fighting her own problems. Even the great America, there are corruptions. I'm not supporting corruptions. I'm not encouraging people. You have most of the careless people in this government. You have most of the incompetent people in this government. But that should not lead us to a point where we want to see evils for our friends. Seeing people on social media, yeah, the U.S. embassy coming, 3 o'clock, 3:30, wait for the bomb, wait for this, it is coming and everything. The U.S. embassy or the U.S. government has turned to be the God for Liberia. When they say the U.S. ambassador coming to, people will be afraid even more than when the president is about to address the nation. How will you do that? How will you do that? You go ahead, you say it, and you do all kinds of things. And I think we need to desist, fellow Liberians. This is not a good thing for us and our country. Let us now continue to wish for evil for our fellow men. We can disagree to agree. We can push the issues. We can do all we can, but we should not be wishing for people to be sanctioned, for this to happen to people. What do we profit? Character for matter to respond to all of that. I think that is not good for us. We need to graduate now. We need to move that stage. People saying and all of that. That is not a good thing. We can't continue like that. It is not good for us. Praying for evils. Praying for government to fail. Praying for this other person not to succeed. It is not a good thing for us. At all. Okay. And I thought to make that because I see they hate too much. We need to leave that one in there. Yeah, we can sit around the table. We can disagree. We can discuss the issues. Yes, we can talk about the ills. We can talk about the facts. But we can't be praying for this to happen, for that to happen. All that is not good. Let me move to the issue that happened on last night. I want to say thank you to all of our friends that reached out to us through text messages, through calls, that were concerned about us in and out of Liberia. And they were concerned about the radio station. I want to say thank you. I want to tell you how grateful we are. And I can promise you that no amount of threats, intimidations, no amount of whatsoever will make Seku to succumb to any pressure. You can go up, you fall down on the ground. You can run to the LEC pole and hug it. Hold it and think anything you can do. But I just remain the Seku. And I'm not moved by what people say. I'm not bothered. Because I speak about the ills about other people. And people should have the right to speak about their thoughts as it relates to what I do. And I should be able to give them the chance to express their disappointment about me. Yes. So some of you that are saying, I'm gonna dig deep today in the whole CDC. I'm gonna speak to CDC. On yesterday, I've had an arrangement with Louis Brown to appear on the radio. The very first time, we could not catch up. And on yesterday, it was finally done by his appearance. And we had a fruitful show where we discussed. He said what he could say. We asked the questions we needed to ask. And you, the public, were sending questions. We gave you the opportunity and we read your questions. I want to express my disappointment in the representative of this district. A very good friend of mine, someone that I respect, and he respects me as well. But I think his action on the social media was below the belt. He went too low. Listen, you are the head of district number 8. Honorable Akaros Gray. In your district, you have a radio station. And this station is an independent and privately owned radio station. And as a leader, you heard that there were altercations, there were problems. You do not have the sophistication to determine immediately as to who's responsible. Even though you support the CDC, you are a seditious, you are a CDC lawmaker. That should not give you the clue to come out uprightly and make a worldly post and do a blame game. What are expected of you? You could condemn. It is a district. If that thing could go out of hands last night, what would be your response? It means you could even say worse than what you said or you wrote on your page. AB, bring my phone, my other phone. Let me read this to the Liberian people. You see, at times our leaders are the ones that can create the problem for us. You have an independent radio, privately owned radio station in your district. And something happened. You, as the father in your home, you did not investigate. You did not call for investigation. You did not say, okay, the way the two people fighting, let the police come and launch an investigation. In fact, you come with a condemnation so that people will say, no, the lawmaker of the district is against this. But you went on social media to post and do a blame game. So how did you reach a point to know that this was a plan of this person? I'm reaching to the place where some of you are talking. I'm reaching to the place where I will tell Louis Brown the truth. I will tell what's not the truth about the allegation. They say, oh, I called you everything. Wait, I'm reaching. I don't rush. How a lawmaker of the district, do you know what you are doing? You are feeling confusion amongst the people. If a lawmaker of the district cannot be the leader, so have you resolved? Do you think your action has created the environment for this issue to be resolved? Let me read you what the lawmaker posted 16 hours ago when I did the stuff to get it. This is what he posted. When the incident occurred, Honorable Akaras Moses Gray, he said the scene today on Capitol Bypass was planned and orchestrated by Louis Brown, who invited some ex-combatants and hardcore criminals. The police need to use visual evidence and arrest the doors. Listen, I think this is not the red. It was not a red post from Honorable Gray. So you said the scene today was orchestrated by Louis Brown. So you also a person of interest. Honorable Gray, you are a person of interest because you already know it was orchestrated. You need to tell the police how that issue was orchestrated by Louis Brown. Maybe you got some information. You can help the police with it. And just so you know, Liberians, there were arrests made last night. I sent the manager today to follow up. We did a comprehensive report. The police asked. We did that. And the manager went there today as well. You cannot come on social media and come and say this. So, Honorable Gray, this is your district. You should be able to speak like a father. You cannot come and start to do the blame game. You cannot do that. So you know that it is for Louis, it is Louis Brown, right? So help the police to lead them to where Louis Brown orchestrated that thing that could cause more chaos for us and could damage my radio station. You could help us. In this vein, Honorable Gray, you did not do well as a leader of this district. No one is happy of what happened last night. Business-wise, that thing has damaged the image of my radio station because people will not want to come and appear on the radio. They think they're going to be attacked. Are you thinking about that? Or but you people just look at it from one side and just say things. I'm not saying the regular politics you people can do. That is not what I'm saying. I'm not defending Louis Brown. I said I will reach to Louis Brown on the issue. But the thing here is, you as a lawmaker, you can't be too fast to go and start to make blame game and everything. Then he said the police should use it and everything. So maybe you got some information you could help the police with it. That was sad and bad on the part of you, Honorable Gray. You shouldn't have done it. And in the main district, they think happen in his district. Listen, let me tell some of y'all in the government or whatsoever. No matter what you people think about me, how you say things about me in my absence or in various groups, I've done what most of you cannot do for this government. If you don't know. And it is because of some of you nonsense that will get us to a point that some of you will know what it takes. They think happy. Lawmakers call me for a round, different districts. Other people call to sympathize. Oh, my man, be careful. Okay, the radio station, they damage the radio station. No, yeah, you got to be careful. You got to do this. You know, the words of encouragement. But the man in his own district did not even call to say, oh, gentlemen, what happened? The only thing the man did was to go on social media and make things worse. You know, it is his page. He has his right to do what he wants to do. But once he takes it public, we will look at it in the public. I think it was sad on your part, Honorable Gray. You shouldn't have done it. One of the things you should have done to condemn. And this is the part I want to say thank you to the chairman of CDC, Moba Malou. You've yet gained another respect for me. And I will continue to respect you for who you are. You've shown the leadership ability, not like Honorable Gray. This is what the man wrote on his page. You know, Malu, what you do today will live after you tomorrow. let me say thank you for what you did. That's how a leader behaves. That's how a leader behaves. This is what Molu wrote. He said, any act of violence that seeks to stifle the free speech runs contrary to the principles of the CDC. The party strongly denounces the at Voice of Liberia yesterday and remain inflexible in exercising the rule of law against violent behavior. That's how a leader behaves. That's how a leader denounce that thing that happened last night. If the police could not come, do you know what could happen in your district? Are you thinking about the implications? Do you know how many of your citizens could be affected? Then you want to take us to a point to say, maybe you knew about the thing that happened. Did you think about that? I'm not talking about your regular politics. I don't care about it. But you shouldn't have gone on social media and say, oh, you are the father of this house, Honorable Gray, in this district. You the pa. Anything happens here, you the pa. And you're supposed to be able, in fact, you're supposed to condemn it and tell those of the people that did what they did, that we will not allow these things to happen in our district. If anyone is caught in that process, that alone could scare those of the people that did what they did to not repeat such. But you go on social media and start to do blame game and everything. I'm not saying you cannot do your blame game, but I think it was not appropriate and you did not play the leadership role. You did not play the leadership role. You did not. And you can't do such a thing like that. You can't. You saw what happened. And you saw what some of the guys were trying to do to my radio station. And let me say this. I'm on the radio and I'm on the television. If anyone you think you may enough, come and try my radio station in the day, in the night. I challenge you. In the day, in the night, come to my radio station and think you will come and do nonsense. And think I will say it and say, oh, yeah, I'll go lodge a complaint and everything. Since the thing happened to us at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, have we received our equipment? Oh, some of you think, say, I'm a loyal person and I'm supposed to be very loyal to the government. Oh, you didn't see that, eh? You say the person that your child, but you are bad-starving the child. And you say, oh, yeah, I'm a child. And on that part, Gray, you did not do well. You need to rethink. This is your district. And you shouldn't have allowed that to happen. The police made some arrests last night. And we are following the issue. I'm not going to sit here, and let me make this clear. I'm not going to sit here and say those of the people that were out, they were seditions. No. There was nothing written on anyone out there last night as seditions. No. I cannot confirm it. And I cannot say it. And I will not let anybody call here and say they were seditions. And those of the people that were out there, there was nothing written on them to say they were ANC partisans. You know, politicians are very smart. When things happen, they're quick to sweep blame on someone else. The ANC people say, oh, that's CDC people. You, the ANC people, how did you determine to know say they were seditions? How you determine? How you got to know? Oh, you knew that there were seditions? Then why didn't you prevent it? To share with us that, oh, okay, seditions then will come. But at times we make nothing out of something. On today, Mr. Cummins, Louis Brown and George Wilson, they had a press conference. Let me start to handle that issue first. Let my producer play the clip about George Wisner, where he said the police came in late. Yes, let's play it. Let my producer play it. For those of you watching now.
The police have a responsibility to protect, and we recognize that responsibility. But it is important to acknowledge the bravery and resolve of the citizens who got there first. You know where the radio station is, VOL, is just less than a minute away from the police station. Many of you in the press know that, right? Just a minute away from the police station, a stone throw away from the police station. While Mr. Brown was in the police station, in the radio station rather, tension was building up. Maybe some section of the police were waiting to see whether there would be clashes before coming to intervene. Not to say we discount the fact that they came afterward, but it was the ordinary citizens, those who are tired with this thing.
I want you people to listen. You see, the politicians are our problems in this country. The politicians, they are our problems. You know, I attended the press conference today, and I said to myself, and I just wanted to be mute. I don't want to go into, you know, all. I just said, let it be. We carry a life. And I said, I took that point. I said, when I come on my show, I would tell Wisner that he lied. He lied. You know, sometimes we gotta be truthful to what we do. We gotta be truthful to our deeds. You were not here yesterday. All what you were saying were second party information. How can did you reach a point to say, oh, the police came after the incident, in fact, that the citizens did it? Why are you lying like that for? Today, I'll be in simple Liberian English because I want a common person down the line to know why I'm talking. No people, Benny. That's a big black lie. Where's no, you lie today. You don't do things like that. You know, the politicians, they are very crafty in a way to sweep the minds of the people. They think that happened last night. I've condemned it and I will not allow anything. And that's the reason why, you see, I don't want to be making the noise and everything. I'm waiting on what the police will say. I'm told the police arrested 3 persons last night. I'm waiting. We went there today to make our representation. I'm told they had to go to court and we will go there. But you can't draw Wisner and say the police did not do anything. Let me tell you something. If it was not the police presence, last night Louis Brown couldn't leave this place. We need to be honest now. Oh, because the police is in the government, you don't want to give the credit to the police and say, oh, do you think who the citizens or the supporters of ANC, right? You know, I'm getting to a point because I'm hearing all kinds of stories. Some people are saying that Mr. Louis Brown could do this by himself because he wanted to get, the attention and everything. While other people are saying, no, it is the government, the CDC people. In as much I've said, I won't sit here and blame any political parties because there was nothing writing on any of them to say they are from this political party. But the people themselves, the people are the problems. See how Mr. Wisner lied to the people today and saying that the police did not. The police came, but they were late. That the citizens. Who the citizens? When Massoff are escorted Ambassador Brown to his vehicle, the police did well. In fact, the police, they say that won't pick up. Who determines how many pickers will come? Oh, because you say, listen, I don't want you to get me wrong. But who determines? I'm dealing with it from the lies of Mr. George Wisner. You say, oh, that the citizens and everything. When you say the same citizens were the ones that were doing things against you, how would these citizens come? So, you want to tell me, say, the other people because it is true that you had 2 SARS last night. So you want to tell me, say, the other citizens that were making noise against Louis Brown, when your own citizen come, they were waiting peacefully. And then they allow Ambassador Brown get in the car. Then why were the noise for now? Then what was the altercation? How did it happen? So then why the police could come? Then why the noise for? Because if your citizens that came there, that live around here, that came there, could be waiting for you. And you come and move safely into the vehicle. But I think that was not fair on the part of Wisner to the police. You don't want to steal the show from the police. The police did well. You need to tell the police thank you. We were on the show when I started to call the police director. He did not answer my call. Up to the time the show ended, he did not answer me. Ambassador Brown left the scene when the police escorted him before the police director called me back. And I told him, I was calling you because we're under attack. And he said, oh, they sent people there. Then it's just good enough we told the truth. Then you had a press conference today, you say, oh, the police did not do this, the police came there late. Because you don't want to give the credit to the police. Because when you give the credit to the police, it will go to the government. So you want to give a blind eye to it as if to say the police did not do anything. The police is not into the entire thing that happened, though. The police did well. If it couldn't be the police, even Ambassador Brown knows. When I put him in my office, because I invited him, we were on an obligation to make sure he's protected until he leaves the premises of the radio station. But you cannot also negate the fact that the police did well. So you say citizens. So now you say you want to talk about this. You want to talk about it. You said citizens. Who were the citizens? Because if citizens that help you to take you out, it means they were your supporters. So it means that it is clear that you had ANC supporters last night. We are live on Smile FM in Grand Jida County. We just want you to know, we want to say thank you to Solo Lewis, the manager of Smile FM in Grand Jida County. And we'll have, partner radio stations across the country, that will be relaying the show. That was by on the part of Wisner. Another player said, Ambassador Brown said this thing. And Honorable Mr. Wisner said the same thing. And they made allegation that the Secretary General of the Congress of Democratic Change in person of Jefferson Koji is the one behind the thing. In fact, he orchestrated he did all the thing. Sometimes we got to leave this distant allegation and be honest to the issue. The whole thing now, it get me sick and weak about it now. Elole, Ambassador Brown, there with Koji. Elole, the Secretary General Jefferson Koji, there with Ambassador Brown. So they're having word after word. When they won't go speak, you call the one in. When the other one go speak, you call the other one in. They're just making big allegations. So how did you reach a point to know that it is Jefferson Koji that sent the people last night? Why can't you help the police? What's the proof? You know, sometimes we, the journalists too, we can be our own problem. You know, I wanted to ask that question today, to be honest. But like I said, I just think that let me give these people things on rest. Let it do what they can do. I should not be, you know, let it do what they can do. You come and make a blanket statement and say Jefferson Koji is the one responsible. He the one send people there and everything. Did you see Jefferson Koji? Did any of the people that came last night say they were sent by Jefferson Koji? You know, sometimes we need to be men enough. Like yesterday when Ambassador Brown was here and he talked about Koji, and I asked him, I said, what is it you know that he can do? He said, I know. He said, I know. And I asked him, what is it you know that he can do? You know, you said all the things about the president. You said all the worst things about other things. Why you could not tell us on the show about what you know that the Secretary General Jefferson Koji can do? Sometimes the politicians use the rhetorics to buy sympathy from the Liberian people. And it is some that Ambassador Louis Brown and what's his name, Wisner, they used. Particularly on the Secretary General to say, oh, this is the man I did this, this is the man I did this, this is the man. What is the proof? Since this thing happened last day, I've heard a lot. Some higher ups in the government, in the opposition, they've said a lot of things to me. Some people even say, oh, my man, I did this, that. If you hear some of the things that people said to me from ANC, you know, sometimes when your soul's getting information, you just need to keep it. If you hear some of the things that people said to me from the government, some of the people, but is it what you want to dwell in? Certainly no. I don't have proof. How do I can sit there and can make these kinds of reckless or blanket stuff, all kinds of things about people's character? You and Mayor Koji have been having your press conferences and everything. You have been engaging each other. So what do you think that he will go bring people and put them? You know, sometimes the politicians, we need to tell them the truth. On that part, Louis Brown, Wisner, you need to be honest. So when anything happen now, me and Akoji, let someone say, the time the minister say well, in the government, when you now walk up good, that the minister say, when your woman tell you to the horse, say, that the minister say. When the other person say this, that the minister say. So that it tells me that, to be honest, the folks in ANC, including Ambassador Brian and other people, their fear is about Koji because apparently they know his capacity. And it brings me to a point to say, oh, yes, because you know what? This is the man that came up and said, okay, these people want to have protests or they want to have a rally or whatsoever for a better world, how they call it, before you could come up and say yours. So all these things, I think, let us speak to the issues. Let us go after the issues. I don't think there's any proof, any link to show that Koji was the one that told the people to come. Did you see Koji here last night? Did you see anyone connected to Koji here? The people that arrested, did they tell any of the investigators that it was Koji that sent them? So how do we come to the conclusion to say it is Koji that sent the people? The other place too, My own good friend too, Wisner, he did not say the truth. He said, "Oh, the police people came late." He said the police people came late. How you can the work the police did last night? Hey man, if you can't tell them thank you, don't go that route to say that about them. The police did well. The police came in time. You know, it is not. You know, because I noticed that politicians always use or means to swift the minds of the people, make them to understand and buy the sympathy of the people. Yeah. Let me take a few calls on this issue before I transition to talk about CDC. Yeah, put it on 0770 907 907 0770 907 907 0886 907 907 0886 907 907. I take the very first caller. Hello.
Good evening, Shuku Sharif.
Good evening, sir.
And good evening to the many listeners. I'm Francisco Mokar. I do join you from South Africa.
Okay, sir. Go ahead.
In the first place, I would like to tell God thanks for you people alive last night. God protect you people alive because due to the Iraq, the people came to hijack the I don't know the stations or who, but on the issues. Hello.
Go ahead, you're live. Okay. Let me do this. Let me take this person. Patrick, you want to participate?
Yes, I want to do.
Okay. Let me get you prepared. Let me get you set to participate, please. Okay. Go ahead.
I just called to board treasure analysis, and I keep hearing, I've heard, many people from the opposition claim that Jefferson Kambakochi, a Louis Brown man. But the question is this: how did you know that it was Jefferson Kambakochi? Did you see placards from those guys saying Jefferson Kochi sent them? Were they dressed up in the regalia of the CDC? It is unfortunate that people will want to blame, other people for things that they are not supposed to. But I don't believe Louis Brown. I don't believe George Wisner. I believe His Excellency Dr. George Manning Weah. If a fast-track court in Liberia have been established to bring Louis Brown, George Wisner, and others for 12 years, emptying our comfort, they won't be saying these things. Louis Brown, I will not condemn a single act matter against Louis Brown. Because
no, why would you do that? He's a Liberian, though. He deserves to be protected under the laws of Liberia.
In 2003, when we assembled at the Foreign Affairs, when he was the information minister to Charles Taylor, we protested for tuition increment against tuition increment. Louis Brown supported when police flogged us unmercifully. When he was National Security Advisor to Charles Taylor, when we were flogged on the University of Liberia campus by the minority police from Charles Taylor, Louis Brown did not condemn that. I'm calling on the American Embassy and other international institutions in Liberia. For us to have peace in Liberia, Louis Brown and all those who melted, those who supported the Civil War, that took the lives of 250,000 Liberians will be brought to justice.
Okay, thank you, Patrick Swart, joining us from the United States on the program. Let me take more calls here. Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, my name is Yanfoda Charity Bodia Yanfo, and I call you from District 14.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. You know, what I want to say, there are a lot of people who are trying to criticize Brown. When I was in the studio yesterday in Basel Brown, people tradition call also put and said Brown was the one who orchestrated. He was the one who orchestrated those guys that came or the thought that came against him last night. But I think we should be condemning the article.
Listen, hello.
Let me learn my thought.
I will let you talk. I beg you, please. Wait now.
Yeah.
You listen to me from the start of the show. I stand a point to lose more than anyone. It is my radio station, right?
Yes, of course, but you said it last night. I like the role you played. You did last night.
And listen,
so I don't want it to be like you were pretending because Louis Brown was in your studio.
No, I'm not pretending. What I'm saying, what Louis Brown said, and mommy, we gotta be clear with issue. Is there any proof to show that Koji is the one that supported the people to come? Do you have a proof?
Okay, yes. No
okay, so give me. You got a proof.
Yeah. I said no proof.
Thank you.
But
you were here last night, right?
They thought against himself.
Sir, I'm not saying he did. I'm not saying he did. How will I say that? How will I come and say he did? I said it is what others believe. I cannot come here and sit and say such. I said I cannot blame anyone for last night action because I don't know who were they. That's the reason why we are asking the police. How do I come and say there and say Mr. Brown's organized people against himself?
Yeah, because I was listening to you from the way you were saying the pressing on it that you don't get food, it's not a major and all of that. I have to say it was Louis Brown who is the one making the whole thing. Who knows like he brought all the game. That's the point I'm making. But I be a good. I don't I want for to be civil. We will stay down no matter how many threats because we know what the city was doing. And we know they did it before. You said you know. You are joining. I said you know they did it. Listen, what happened with the case with the children, the U.S. children, the COP CDC? You saw what happened there. And it was the CCC group that did it. So everybody can be afraid. So Louis Brown is not afraid of Kochi, but he just wants to set the basic that if Kochi will come after him.
So he's speaking out of fear. Is that what he said? Oh, yeah, the guy left it. I want to ask you a question, please. I hope you can call back. I want to know if he's speaking out of fear. Hello?
Good evening, Mr. Sherry.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you, brother. This is Edward M. Show. And I call you from my resident here in Tupuru, Subata. I followed the show yesterday. And the new bread for Teku Sherry and Teku Sherry have been following your show. I mean, you've been different a few days. But I mean, this people that are suffering are not against it. Why should I not support them against it? But let's be honest, as a good Sherry, right? Let's be honest. Those that went at that station last night, let me make it clear, I'm not supporting the people that are suffering or are not against it. I'm not part of it. But those that went at that station last night, they may not wear CDC t-shirt, but you don't need a rocket scientist to determine that they are a supporter of the government. They cannot, our watching smooth TV, they cannot tell hearing on the face of our CDC. Louis Brown cannot put 10% on the street. Louis Brown is not about to put a popular in the country. It's not made Louis Brown. The thing you're doing, chasing after Louis Brown, going to the teacher and talking, you're going there to attacking, you're making the man more popular. You're getting more relevant to the man. Why you can't let the man have a rally or whatsoever?
And everyone have the right to protest. Everyone have the right to assemble. So Ambassador Brian, other people, they've got their rights to do what it is accepted under the laws once it has been approved by the Ministry of Justice. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Seku. This is Emmanuel Regis, and I joined a conversation from Upper Carwell.
Emmanuel, go ahead.
Yes, and I want people to get this clear and tell them now. If Kochi sending people on the street on behalf of CDC, trust me, you will see men. You will see registered like me. You will see my face. Look, we don't have behind our shadow. We will not go send women to go and be bullying at Louis Brown. So for Louis Brown and other people to be claiming that it was Jefferson Kochi who sent people to that place, look, you are mistaken. If
We want to undertake anything we don't have. We come out and we show our identity that, oh yes, this is what we want to do. And Louis Brown, everybody saying that. For me, I don't regret anything about Louis Brown because of Louis Brown advised the former chancellor, the former president of Liberia. I lost my brother.
Thank you. This person. Hello.
Yes, Sego. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, thanks for the show, and I like how you balance your show this evening. For the public, this is John D. Tama, and I'm comfortable around the Simple River. Sego, let me say this, right? I understand. I want to believe that a first caller, a second caller want to drag us into a lot of political discussion, but that is not the issue here. The issue is your safety of your property. Sego.
Sure.
Let me say this to you. What happened last night would destroy you.
Yes.
Now you money boy your business.
Yes.
Let's get this thing straight. Let's take this thing about politics, Jefferson, coaching. Jefferson coaching is my own little brother. Jeff is my little brother. But this is not about Jeff. This is not about Louis Brown. We're talking about your business.
Yes.
This is the kind of issue we should be discussing. Seko is just coming out into business. You need to balance yourself well. Don't mind those guys that want to drag you into the munya thing around here.
No.
We're talking about your business. I don't give a damn for sorry to use the word on your platform about Louis Brown and whosoever. But the issue here is you are a young man coming up, the whole world recognizing you, understand your platform, calling other countries to know what's happening there. It's a very good initiative. But then for us to drag you into this so-called munya thing around here, those guys should stop this kind of attitude around here. This is not good image for your business. Or they want to go sell a station, somebody attacks the person.
Yeah, it's not good.
People will be afraid of your station. International community listening to all, they are watching our eagle eyes. What happened last night? It needs for every Liberian to condemn it.
Thank you. We need to condemn it. But we cannot be making blame on people.
Somebody called it Louis Brown did it in the past. What do we call about changes? Your local talk about changes.
Okay. So thank you, my brother. Thank you. We need to condemn this thing and start making blames on people. Hello.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chief.
Okay. My name is D. Okay.
Go ahead, quick, please.
Okay. Well, I just want to say sorry for the incident that happened to you people last night. But I think I'm very happy last night you are going to be one of the victims because that was your property that guy was you. But people are not looking at that way, they're looking at the guy you brought in studio. If anything go work, that was your video decision, they're going to get it. That means for nothing. But tell God thank you at least.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's take this person. Hello.
Good evening to you, Mr. Sherry. How are you?
Good evening.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the show, my brother. I'm Sheikh Biggest Jr. and I join you from Banana Jarvis Market. My brother, let me say this to you. That identical thing over there, it was orchestrated by Mr. Brown. Let me just say this to you. Let me be very clear to you. And let me say this, something that people don't know. People often say that an evil man does live after them. Probably Mr. Brown, in time to come or time before this time, Mr. Brown did a lot of things to people who got him in mind. They never knew that he was still living for chancellor time.
But why? Why they not go to him to other radio stations that he appear on the voice of Liberia?
Okay, I come here, right?
No, answer that one for it.
I come here, answer you now. Then you say on the voice of Liberia. It was meant to tarnish your reputation. Let me just say this to you, because when Mr. Brown, it was meant to tarnish your radio station reputation. Let me just say this to you. When Mr. Brown first appeared on your show, I listened to him. That I know that they're after me. He repeatedly said that. So hello.
Yeah, conclude, please.
So, okay, let me just conclude. He repeatedly said that on your show. I know that they're after me. I know that they are chasing me because they want to take my life. He wanted to make himself look popular. So by saying that they happy to hear all voice of Liberia. That thing over there, people got him in mind. Whereby, so now, Mr. Brown, when all that thing he's doing over there, he's supposed to be apologetic to the Liberian people instead of it being remorseful, at least, so that people will have mercy on him. Then you want to be beating your chest. So it's making plenty of people angry.
Okay, thank you. Let me check another person. The people said their process stay remain. Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sekou, this is Peter Gulu calling from Kevin Bata. Sekou, they got something in algebra called deductive reasoning. From the happiness.
Hey, you're coming in very bad, though.
Hello,
Go ahead.
you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I said from the sequence of events, the happiness, the verbal changes between Koji and Louis Brown, one can say, a critical mind can say, those guys were government supporters. Hello?
You go ahead. Don't mind touching you. Yeah,
so critical mind can tell you that.
So critical mind can tell you I approve, eh?
No,
you think it is good now we do blame game, or we need to condemn this action and call on the police to investigate further so we can know who are those behind it?
The Secretary General was very clear that no protest will take place 17. So you know, I know the police they every day they do investigation, but you can't.
Let me take another person. Hello.
Good evening, Sekou Sharif.
Good evening.
Thank you, Sekou. I'm Mama M. Tupa Jr. I call you this evening from a resident to community. Well, Sekou, let me firstly condemn every act of violence meant against journalists or whosoever, that is in line to exercise that democratic right. But Sekou, what happened last night? I'm not trying to shift blame, but I know for a fact that I'm a sedition, Sekou, to be clear. It was never the action of any sedition what happened last night, because that action was never the way sedition can act. Because we saw the way it was played. It's a complete calculated play by Louis Brown. Louis Brown and his leg.
You got proof to it? Thank you. Let me take another person. You got proof to something, my man. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah?
Good evening, Sekou.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay, my name is Colin Bija. Always like to listen to your statement. But tonight you are proving to me that you are a realist. You see, when you came on the show, you told everybody that you are not going to hold any party responsible because you cannot tell in the darkness, or you cannot tell from the faces of the people. But sometimes we tell these people that they are listening in the opposition. You see what they're trying to bring around you? But my brother, let God be with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me take another person here. Hello? Hello? Let me take this one. Hello? You want to participate?
Hello?
Hello? You live on the radio?
Yeah. Good evening. How are you?
What's your name?
Okay, my name is Toby Lawrence Etobo, and I call you from Douala District 16. Okay, in the first place, I condemned the situation yesterday, and everybody trying to protect their image to say it was not sedition, it was not the person, it was not this person. But the investigation will uncover whosoever that has something like the district number 8 lawmaker vote on his page, like you said, he's a person of interest. But this was similar event that was met against the students at the UN embassy.
No, that one you could see the people, you knew which one of the groups they came from. All of that is not in the case of this. You not know who. Then you say,
hold on now. Yeah, but that when the incident took place, that was the same way they were protecting those who they feel they could protect at the point in time. Until the June for the American embassy followed them to where they went and landed after the event.
Okay.
That was how it. So that was the thing. Nobody owns anybody in the first place. Nobody have monopoly of violence. But it never be fair that everybody has a right. CDC did what it could do when they're in opposition. So what they are afraid of?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me come back to this line and take this person. Hello?
Yeah, how are you, Sekou?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, this is Desmond Okangba calling from New Israel Community.
Go ahead.
Well, I want to join all women that joined to tell you sorry for what happened last night. But realistically, when you look at this, we don't want to blame nobody.
And which I don't want us to blame.
Yes, I also want the security also to look at the composition of Team Cummins. Those guys that made that team, they are very, very desperate. They have security freeing like Daniel here, you know, they can do anything. So I want you to consider it. Thank you.
I'm gonna consider it now for what? I don't understand it. I consider. Okay, let me take this first. You on the line? You come in very bad. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, brother. How are you?
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, I call it from District 9.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my brother, in the country, people said the other party when they were in opposition, they demonstrated, we saw it. Yes, the people demonstrated and they were killed at their own party headquarters. Where were you? Where were you when the people were killed at their own party headquarters? Okay? That Mr. Louis Brown man, it is a calculated plan to just make him popular, to make himself popular. Nobody from the ruling establishment went to that place. Nobody from the other opposition.
So you want to tell me I the
place.
same people will be fighting I said?
But I just want to tell you that Mr. Brown, he made a plan to make himself popular. He himself, governor guy, when he was in the studio, he called them.
I beg you. Yeah, people didn't get it. Oh God, yeah. Okay, I'm feeling with the topic here. Listen, the police said they've arrested 4 persons, and the 4 persons are currently under the custody of the police and onward to the court. We'll get to know the real story from there. Let me say thank you. I want to say thank you to every one of you that continue to send you in your messages, calls. We want to say thank you. But like I said, I don't want anyone blaming Ambassador Brown, saying that, oh, he the one did it to bring the thing. I don't want people blaming Wisner. I don't want people blaming the Secretary General CDC or CDC in general or anyone, because you don't have the facts. Let us all join our voices and condemn the action and call on the police to investigate. But I want to say kudos to the police for their swiftly response last night. If that couldn't happen, they could damage my radio station. They could harm Ambassador Louis Brown and other people. But let me also say this before I transition to what I want to say. This station will allow all the voices, opposition, imposition, government, out of government, religious prelates, whosoever, from party B, party C, party D, we accept everyone to come and express themselves. If you noticed, of recent, we've been carrying press conferences of the Alternative National Congress, Alexander Cummings. We are doing business. If anyone need our service or services, we will deliver it and they will pay. That will not compromise our integrity or independence. So let people stop. If you stay dreaming, you need to wake up, because we will host the government people, we will host the opposition people, we will host everyone on this show and on this radio. I want to make that clear. Okay, so let's move on. There are things I want to say. And you know, I've started observing lots of things of recent when we started our broadcast from the new building, or when I started visiting ministries and agencies. And there has been this belief of most of the folks in government that Sekou has changed. Sekou not trusted. He's not trustworthy. That is something we're talking about him getting radio station. They're not supposed to allow him get radio station. They not had the young people looking with all the good thing they do for him, that how he paying back. Even some of them have gone to the extent and say, I'm ungrateful to the president. Even some of you have said the worst things about me in various chat rooms, but pretend to me like we are friends. I want to say tonight, your thank you. I pray that Allah will protect you people and give you people give you good health and long life. And I want to say thank you. And you see, I don't want to be particular and say seditions. I respect you people in the CDC, out of the CDC, in the opposition, out of the opposition. I respect you people for your reasoning, for your thoughts, your feelings. And trust me, I don't have anything to do with your feelings towards me or your thoughts about me. Let me say this. You know, at times it's good to make these kinds of clarifications. Contradictions, you need to straighten the contradictions. Let people understand and understand for once. I have been supporting this government, yes. Is it that, Seku, you no longer want to support the government, or the government has done this, or you want to be ungrateful because opposition gave you money? I want you people to have friends in the opposition, ask them if they give me money. Do you see the opposition people like serious people? Are they serious? Are they prepared? They disorganized people? You know, at times you don't want to say things where people, you say you want to brag, but it is what I've suffered for. Why can't I say it? If I tell some of you that saying all the worst things about me, what I have gone through and what I've been faced with, and I stood the top of time as a young person. Some of you, even in government, when these things happen to you, the same day they would even get, I seen that you started criticizing the government, started to say bad things to the government. But some of you in your various chat rooms say all kinds of things. Do I need your friendship? Certainly no. Because plus you, minus you, you are just as useless as it is. I don't need your friendship. Plus you, minus you is as useless as it is. And I thought today to address some of you because it's too much. How you take me for? You think some of you better than I do? Or you think some of you educated than I do? And you go sit there and say, oh, the men are so that yeah, young men are looking, if you go take money from this and everything. So what I've challenged you people that thinks that someone gave me money, you cannot show this person that gave me money to open this radio station. And that I've been able to break the trust that you and I built together. Let me say this. All of my thoughts tonight is not directed to the president. And I want to be clear. And nobody comes and say, oh, you want to be, you're afraid, or you did say no. I'm not too sure the president is thinking like some of you. I'm not too sure. But some of you are the problems that are taking my knee and telling people things about me. Even though when I explain to the people that I nearly die for this same government in this country. That is the pay you get to give me. To sit there and tell me, say, I'm not trusted. To say the nonsense about me. And say, I'm not trusted. And say these things about me. Your support you gave me, take it. Let me just tell you some of the things. And I want to say this today. This radio station you'll see, it is my freaking hard and sweat. The money that some of you could take, either leave from this place or enjoy yourself the way you think you can do it. You think I couldn't buy some of the best cars in this place or travel out of this country and go live a better life? I took that money. I invested it into a radio station. Some of you talking, the same government that I nearly died for, I was deprived. I paid for documents that I was denied. And you can say that, oh, they may not trust what, they may not diesel, they may not die. Now, some of y'all, you're very sycophantic. Y'all will take my name and go say all kinds of things and make me to look ugly. And so they may not trust what, they may not do this. In fact, they may give them money to do it. That they all of them giving all of them money to do it. But you can bring the proof out. It took me a year plus, even though I paid, to get what belongs to me. I needed to pull my land deed to get my broadcast equipment from RIA when I say to myself, I'm a government supporter and I have friends in government. You have radio stations in Monrovia that are using current on an arrangement basis. I pay for current every day to this radio station, even to get my current document. It took me a difficult time. And the LEC people came there and applauded us. They said, we are the only radio station in Monrovia that is paying for current regularly and the right way. When the same government people are having programs, some of the people in government said, don't put them in there, don't put them in radio station. And you can't look at me, you say, oh yeah, they may not trustworthy. They may not somebody to wear with. Or that today y'all know say I'm trustworthy. That today y'all know say I hold money from opposition. That today y'all know say I'm not somebody for you to wear with. You don't trust. But y'all expect me, they bomb me to just be sending me defending. Some of you people that aren't even worth defending. Honestly, some of you people in government, in and out of government, God has blessed every one of us. You can say fine or ding thing to me. Or ding thing to me. And that's the reason why you see, how many of you in government can say, who can call me, tell me, say this? How many of you? You can't say it. I'm saying this thing tonight, folks, so that you people can listen and say, this thing is too much. You're passing around, talking in all the other places. Oh, say good not change, say good not do this, the way say good doing this, the way say good doing that. I'm working for you. I open my radio station for you. You supported me. How many times have you asked me how much you bring? You come and sit down there and tell me what I should do, who I should host, or who should appear on the radio station, who should not appear on the radio station. Let us say you and I share anything, or you guys share in my radio station. The money, some of y'all can steal, y'all do different things with it. I suffer for my money, and I invest it in radio. You're not made me to look. You're not people that believe in me, that don't believe some of the things you can say. You're not made me to know that they may not trust what you, they may not go take money from the opposition, they may be working for the opposition. If even I took money from opposition and I crime, what they did, I mean you say I should support you. The kind of a thing people can be doing, I don't know. You went to school, go sit on radio and do the defending. And leave me alone. You make the thing to look like to say, I've committed a crime. Or you think it's right, You think it's red. You see me. In fact, the very day my radio station came on, I was told in one of the government chat rooms, the people were discussing. In fact, they called the justice minister to shut the radio station down because I never had a document. Someone advised and said, you don't do it. It won't be good. And let me tell you, the time I needed to pay the last money to government, I sold my car. I never had any money. I sold my car. I used to get on keke in this town, get on motorbike, just because I wanted to be in compliance with what the rules of the government. And you come and sit there and say, oh, I did, I that, I do this, I do that. Go tell your brother, tell him to go to school and can't do what I'm doing and open your place and go do what I do. Let me tell you, you're lucky, you're not lucky. What I've done for this government, you can't get anyone to do. They can do it so easily. And if I decide today to do it for the government, I'm not answerable to anybody to say, oh, yeah, if for example, I decide, let me tell you, this station belongs to me. No one else I join or get a joint venture to say, oh, when I want to support government today, I need to go ask for permission all around. I sit here and tell the workers that today we supported government and a government radio station. I will support government. I will do it. And if I say here that this station will be independent, it remains independent. If it hurts you, do what you can do. Do you know what do you know what some of us go through to get us where we are? If I tell some of you some of the things, some of the humiliation I've received just to get this radio station where it is, some of the things I've gone through. Recently, when I was in India, I went to go do my medical. I needed to be crying on the phone with people telling them that this is what's going on to me. Oh, some of you don't know it. You just think, say, I'm supposed to be doing it. You better go to the people where can control, the people who can be calling you and say, oh, but gee, it's not easy and everything. Eh? Then you can't say, oh, the man, the ANC people and everything, they're not getting money, or the opposition, they're not getting money, so he not change and everything. Amen. You go down low so. Oh, so by going to government ministries and agencies, how can that be a bad thing to you, the government? Is it not helping you? Exposing the people that are not going to work, but they won't take salaries? We were flocked at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. How many of you in government took phone and said, Seku, what the people did enough fine? Sorry. President Liberia came out with a report and said the people wronged us. Up to now, the people did not pay or they did not buy the things they need to buy, even though they agreed. How many of you said something about it? We were recently attacked again at the Ministry of Justice. How many of you said something about it? My house gutted. They put my house on fire. How many of you say something about it? When the election ended, 2022 election, when I did the announcement of results, even though the results were not wrong, the results were right, and I continue to stand with it. The results that I announced, they were right. They were not wrong. When I did that thing, when the people came to my house in the night, I needed to escape through the sling. How many of you called me? How many of you did something and tell me sorry? That night I remember when I got caught here, when I used the zinc to leave my house, when I called Sam Sion and I said, I'm under attack. When my life could be taken that night, how many of you? When my house, I nearly died from smoke when they put my house on fire. When I did a post on social media, how many of you call me and tell me sorry? You just feel fun. You just feel fun for me to just sit and be saying things, right? When you can even provide the environment for me to feel protected. I'm fighting against a group of people. and things are happening to me. You don't see it, but you only want me to come and sit here and talk for you and say, oh, that man is ungrateful. That man, I take money from this person and everything. It say, okay, let's agree. I took money from the whole world. It say, okay, did you and I enter a business that this radio station are opening? Or I'm supposed to sit and do this and I'm not doing it? Go take your legal money you put there. How many of you? How many of you know how I run my radio station every day? How many of you? How many of you? When you have you have the capacity and you support the people you want to support. I don't have a problem. You're right. You choose who to support and everything. That is your right. I don't have a problem. I've not come to complain to you. I've not done anything and everything to you. I decide to be okay. I'm okay. I'm moving. I did not open the radio station to bring the government down. No. I did not open the radio station to use it for people to call for protests and do everything. No. I will not do it. I will not sit here and anyone do that on this, my radio. But I will not also do what you want me to do. Do you know what I go through? Do you know that? You know what it means for someone to give you something that you pay for and the person look in your face and say that thing that you receive is not legitimate and you start to need and beg for something you pay for and you got it legitimately. Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means? I had opportunity for my radio station. 3 different international institutions wanted to do business with me. I could not get my radio station documents. I lost all the businesses. Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means? When an international institution emailed us and said they've listened to us and they love our content. Most especially, we are calling from across the world. They say it is the first of its kind in Liberia. And it told us what they needed, the documents they needed to submit to them to finalize the agreement. But some of you don't see it, eh? The only thing you see is, oh, say good this, say good that, say good not this, say good that, say good at this, and say good at that. Do you know what it means? Do you know what I go through? Do you know how many persons in this country don't want to see me because of what I've done for this government? Do you know the enemyship I've created for myself? Oh, you don't see it, eh? You don't see it. But you want to be in various group chat and be talking all kinds of nonsense about me, how I'm not loyal, how I'm not this. I will forever be grateful to President Weah. I will forever be grateful. I will forever be grateful. And let me tell you something. That some of y'all can make people to hate the president. The president is not the problem, though. The president might not be having the problem. The president might not be in the know of some of these things that can be happening. But some of your actions can make the people to hate the president. Oh, you're not part. Oh, say good days. Say good not down. The thing I went to school, I learned is what I'm using. Then you want some of y'all less basic people won't be saying all kinds of things about me. Do you people have character equal to me? You have character? You go, you sit there, you say all kinds of things and everything. Do I look like your child to work for you? And like I said, the president might not be in the know of some of these things happening. Some of you people are the problems. You look at men and me. You, plus your support, manage your support, plus your whatsoever, manage your whatsoever. I have one of the best radio stations in Liberia. ERBC said to be my radio station that I had thing. ERBC said, can you say, oh, those are the people that visited my radio station, they know. ERBC can you say, oh yeah, I'm on that radio station. No. I dare you. Those are the people that better see it. I have 3 broadcast studios and I'm using broadcast equipment. I'm using the microphone, the kinds of things and everything. I have all it takes. It's because of passion. Then some of y'all will be saying, you know, some of your actions can make people to hate the president for nothing. Be talking and everything. Do I look like a kid to come be begging some of you? that don't fit to be where you are because you've been favored. You can't tell me, you can't say, oh, the men are clear, the men this, oh, the men are loyal, the men are change, the men are do this, and everything. In fact, he took money from opposition. Okay, let's agree. I took money from opposition. What a crime. Can't tell your own money where you gave me for how to open a radio station, or the person you know in government I gave me money, or the person you know in opposition tell them say that they can't take that money. You know, one day I will get angry, I will put the whole radio station I'm talking about on Facebook. Because I don't let her hire anything go. Open person. That thing when they even tell you, they say Sekou won't open radio station under the government. The people deny, they fight him, they do everything. It will make sense to you. Oh, then I finish passing by all the things and everything. Yeah, I can't be talking. Oh, you John. Listen, I will not cause any problem to undermine the peace of this country. I will not sit here, anybody insult the president. I will not sit here, anybody come and think, say, you will denigrate or you will what the president say. No. But what I will do, I will allow people to express themselves. And I will bring all the parties. And I will do the broadcast that I am to do professionally. Some of your things, let me tell you, that you're the one creating the problems for the president. Some of you, even in your lay community you live in, you've been opportune to get one lay generator. Eh? All the people around there now get current. How do you feel? You feel secure? That you cannot even help one house with the current. But tomorrow they are the same people you go to say, oh, we want you to vote for us at the same time already. Some of you, since the president appointed you in positions, what have you done to some of your partisans to help them? You think the government will appoint everybody? No. They will not appoint everybody. So you're not counting everything. You know, I need to say that thing because the Roman I be playing, or some people say that my girl gave me money. My girl was in government. When I do, you're calling your asking. I will always be grateful to everybody I know. But I won't tell you the truth yet. Anybody you know that gave me money to open a radio station, you're telling them to can't take the money. You're telling them, say, the men are start going critical. You got to tell them, now. Now, I mean, they maintain open. And I go to somebody say, they mean credit from bed. And I do anything, the little I can afford, I make use out of it. We should be one family. You can like it, you can tell. I don't get time for people that can be on Facebook. Oh, they man, you young man, you do this, you do that, everything. Oh, so you enjoy me, but you don't care about what happened. I'll tell you about the series and the worst of all, because that is clear. When I use a word with when I use a word with freedom, by that time we supported Thomas Fowler. You will not believe it. This Thomas Fowler man, since that time up to present, are not taking his phone to call me and say, Sekou, what you did, this is what. And you see the kind of people y'all won't go kill yourself for. And you see the Thomas Fowler. This it could be because of this man. If I could be captured that night, but now my story is different. It is because of this Thomas Fowler man. But where Thomas Fowler not take phone to say you thank you, yeah, my man. I don't need it. I'm not in for it. His call, Manos' call, he can do nothing to me. He has nothing to give me. He has nothing to offer me. In as much I know I'm best in my place. And like I said, he's one of the corrupt person from the legislature. I said it. And I'm waiting for the time. I'm waiting for the time. Everything I will say about Thomas Fowler, I will come up with documentation. Everything, I will come up with documentation. And I will quote everything I will say. Then you come out, oh, say they, oh, say cool. And some of y'all, let me be honest, some of y'all big brother them, but you can't add a big brothers. A big brother play a big brother role. A big brother can be playing the small brother role, and yeah, we are all there, all of that already. Oh, you think say loyalty comes with what? Loyalty is from both sides. When John Brown is loyal to you, you gotta be loyal to John Brown. I started my process before some people didn't get that documents before me. Just because I could not afford, I don't have the contact to that extent to tell, say, do they 1 year and everything. I was on phone every time, crying, say, this is it. And I want to say thank you to one person at LTA. I won't call his name, or I won't call her name, but I will not call the person name. But the thing that person did, I will never, ever forget. I will never, ever forget. But oh, some of you come up and say all these things about me. Oh, how many of you knew that I got attacked in the air? I needed to pass through the sling. That I could not get anyone to come to my rescue. How many of you? How many of you knew that it is because of what we did, even though what we did was not wrong, but people perceived it to be wrong, and it felt that it was a threat to them becoming a senator or whosoever in Montserrat County. In the net, someone came and visited me and everything, and it was because of the same Thomas Fala person. Even though all the things are happening, they Thomas Fala not even get the gust to say, "Oh, this young man did something and everything." Hello, thank you. How many of you know that? The only thing you know is to say that I'm not trustworthy. But what's the deal that you go into with me that makes me not to be trustworthy? Also, you don't want people to tell you the truth. When they say they're not bad, when they say they want a problem, when they say, oh, they want something. Listen, plus you, minus you, and let me live for. So I tried you, working on you. I'm moving. I will not use this radio station to cause instability. No. I will not use this radio station to cause people or to allow people to come sit there and be saying all kinds of things about the president, all this, all that. Do you know that me, other people then I do work for the government, they get in that money. My station do work. They ain't get my own money yet. Where go? I say free you. Where go? Have you heard that before? A lot of radio stations here, they own fly rate or they own some kind of program, they get in LEC and everything. I pay for LEC every day. So, well, your thing say, I'm the Mandingo drummer. Why will be there? You be sitting and be beating it. I'm saying this to say to you that saying all the reckless things about me in various chat rooms and thinking that, oh, I'm not trustworthy, I'm not this, and I go to the opposition and I do this to the opposition. Listen, I'm a young man and I have a feature. And there's one thing I always protect: my character. You hear all the things about me, but go do your own background check and see if it is truth. Who the opposition that they look serious? That you won't go take to say what? Who the opposition should I go discuss with? To say what? To say something against the government? Or to fight to move the government in power? Something should be happening with someone. Something should be happening to someone here. You should be asking yourself. You say, I'm not good. I'm ungrateful. I'm this. I'm that. Or you the same people that saw all the good things about me recently. That now you're seeing the bad thing because I'm doing my will. You see it to be a problem. They see journalists that you think you can support. You can do everything for them, cannot stand for you and defend you. They make themselves independent because they think they have characters. They think they need to live after this government. Oh, that means I'm supposed to live, eh? That means supposed to pull my yes, sir, yes, sir. That nonsense will never happen. Must respect to the president. And in this thing, I'm saying it, the president is not part of it. I take the president from there. I will forever be grateful to the president. But some of you are the reasons why some people can go against the government. At the end of the day, they put the devastation on the president, even though the president might not be in the know. And sometimes, too, the president, too, the part he can play that one, because he remain mute. You can like it, you can go tell all the people and everything. If I decide today to support the government 100%, nobody can do it equal to me. You can go ask your whosoever that your business. When the same people that God could not help me, but now I'm dead. You think some of us don't know what you did to us? You know, y'all keep talking. Y'all keep talking. Y'all keep saying what y'all can say. Y'all keep saying, oh, they may not trust what they may not this, they may not that. Yes. But please tell whosoever you know that gave me money to open a place. Because as far as I'm concerned, you not got no means to do anything to me. And I got no means to do anything to you. So you either be on your link, I be on my link, then we'll get a piece to move. But if you can't on my link, then I will tell you, say, no, that link, not your link. You got to go on your link. Then we'll settle. You can maybe explaining this, this. When I explain some things on the radio, the way people will get very with you. But let me say, you're continuing to discuss it. You're continuing to think, say, I'm supposed to do what you think I should do. Just some of you disrespectful officials of government, then they're respectful, some of you. And then you ought to articulate your own things. Then you'll be expecting you'll be misbehaving on people. Some of you ought to articulate. Some of you are misplaced. Then you can't be misbehaving on people. And listen, let me tell you something. If I see, if any one of you, I'm not talking about the Baba ones now, but any of you, I'll reach a point. Any of you, you senior people, you say something you're supposed to say. You say something you're supposed to say in any of the chat rooms, I gotta know I would deal with you. Let me be honest. Do anything you can do. Because that's been wicked. They said you cannot help, don't harm. And the sooner the person will get to know about some of the things you people are doing to certain people, it will be better for him. Then you can, oh, this man are this, they men are that, they men are do, they men go this and everything. How many times have I come to ask some of you, say, do this for me? How many times? When you get radio stations that you're supporting, you're doing everything. But I can go to the people. What have I done? I do my own broker. You're here to be problem. It's just that you can go in people's rooms. I come to go in your rooms, there and report for that. So I don't care how you can do. And we went to the Ministry of Justice, and the guy beat on one of my stars. I'm spending on him. I sent him to the hospital. He went to the hospital. The hospital document said he got a severe pain in his muscle and all the kinds of things. I'm spending on it. You see me complaining? You see me talking, say, oh, what? Because I know at the end of the day, nothing will come from out of it. You empower. You control the power. We went to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They infringe on our rights. And it's so good that when these things happen, we have the international people that can ask us some questions. You'll watch and see the few days what will happen. You think it will happen instantly? No. When you people, when they took the phone, they damage our phones up to present, we can't get our phones. How many of you say, oh, what you're doing to Sekou, that supporter of government, you're being supported, you're stopping. In fact, you're getting me. In fact, don't say A because of me. But the president of Liberia came over for investigation. Say you're do what you're supposed to do. How many of you have they done it? Came here that talked to me on the phone, and he said the people were doing up to present, they've not done it. If it could be came here someone or any of the ministers, someone there, but now they've addressed it. But because I won't pull a ball, they call Sekou that took his broadcast equipment to work in the interest of the Liberian people. Nothing will not come from out of it. Yesterday, they jumped on us again. They beat on us. Nothing will not come out of it. You got a justice minister, very inept. He does nothing about it. Oh, but they say, oh yeah, Sekou man go be defending on my feet. But we will get there. We will reach there. And at the appropriate time, we will know what it is. If these things don't hurt me, it can hurt me. Somebody, how do you say the person is your friend and you continue to stab the person in the back like this? They say, oh, they may be committed. Some of the very people were in government, they were calling so that I could not get my documents from my radio station. Some of the very people in government. Oh, you don't trust that man. You get that man. That man, the same man. The hardy people looking. You don't do the thing and everything. As if to say they were the ones that giving me the money to do what I want to do. Some of my good friends that are in government, I don't want to call your names because of the job. I say thank you to you all. That some of you saw the pain. The time I already gave up when I went out for medical. I was out of the country. Because, for example, now in India, you early in the morning. I needed to be on the phone. Imagine by that time I've invested here. Oh, you all know, say, I supposed to open the radio station to be supporting you. Even though I pay, but you can give it. You got it. I got it. I mean, you know what? You all stop worrying about Sekou. You all leave me alone. You all leave me alone. You all flex. You all flex. As far as I'm concerned, none of my family members working in government. Everything we do is because of either passion. Let me tell you, support is not based on professionalism. It's based on conviction and acceptance and help that I want to extend to you. It's not force. So some of you make it like to say, oh, even when they should burn me, I should leave it on, let it be on. That is one when I want to talk. But me, I get talk. I get talk. You're like it, that you're like it, that A. And me, oh, not make fuss. I got my serious friends then there. I respect them. Most of the time they can say, oh, my man, you probably don't understand me. Today I decided to do this, folks. Some of you, but I decided to do it. Because if you see some of the things that people can be discussing about me in the various chat rooms, you say, let us say they say, gonna do one day good here. At the same move here, when certain people felt that this government should not be, I use this same move. Then you want to ask yourself, now listen, this is how people analyze or logically people look at things. Sekou has been supporting this government. Sekou has been very vocal. It is through the process I nearly died. And I continue to say, I will continue to be thankful to the president. And all I wanted, I did it. You people did not see it. You don't see it to be anything. But the only thing you see when I go out to government ministries, I go out to this place, and let me tell you, I said in there, I'm not regretting. Some of you say, oh, I'm not regretting. If you give me the chance again and give me better reasons, I can sit there and defend this government 100%. If you give me the chance and give me better reasons, I can sit here and say, oh, I know. Listen, let me say this to the public. Maybe some of you don't know. I will not call the person name, but he knows himself. When I was opening this radio station, God, thank you. I wrote one senior officials of the Liberian government. And this is what I said. And I'll say it publicly. Listen, when it comes to communication, it comes to strategies. You can beat me down. You can tell all the journalists you want to take. You can take 5 journalists against my 1. 5. My 1. 5. My 1. I can do something that can be more better than the 5. You like it or not, that's your business. But I know how to communicate to people. And I know when, where, and how to communicate. And I know what message or the messages the people need at a particular period of time. Now, I told the person, I sent a message to the person. I said, we are moving towards the elections. I said, what I've noticed is the government has done some good things. There are some developments the government has carried out. There are some projects the government is working to complete. And I said, what I need from you is to give me the detailed information. There are sites, there are locations, which one of the counties. Just sum them up or give me few that I can be working on until. So what I intended to do, I continue to say, what I want to get here, that what we get here. Go out, make the Liberian people to know what this government has done. You can't sit on the radio every day and be combative. There's no success stories of this government. It's not that this government is not doing well. There are a lot of good things this government has done, but it is the poor communication skill of whosoever that is making the people to understand that this government is not doing well. And you don't blame the people at the Ministry of Information because they're not being supported. What the ministers that can afford money in the government do, they support people for their personal self, not the entire government. Instead of them to look at maybe 5,000 and get to the Ministry of Information and say, do this project, they themselves will take it and call for a press conference to promote themselves. So at the end of the day, you don't have anything coming from the Ministry of Information. And I said this. I said, y'all gave me the locations and everything. Listen, since I sent that message to that big government man, since I sent that message, if that man responded to that message, then you people were there when I was sending the message. Oh, so someone should be a magician in this place to tell you the high level of carelessness of the government officials. The people don't care. All of them riding on President We are, popularity. And so they don't care even to protect the job. A journalist is asking you to give him detailed information about the sources where the government has done her projects. I did not tell you in my messages, support me. I did not tell you, say, give me money. Do you know how I could leave from Monrovia to go to Lofa? Do you know how I come to go to Grand Coup? Do you know how I come to go to Grand Bassa? That alone, that minister, up to present, has not submitted that thing to me. But they come and say you can't support them. I say all the projects, and this is what I open information to the government. I say the government has done lots of good things. We cannot erase it. This government has done lots of good things. We cannot erase it. But is the government saying these things to the people? Is the government informing the people? Certainly the government is not doing it. So people don't know. If you listen to all radio stations, the only people be talking all the time that they're politics and everything. Have you gone out? Listen, this gone time we went on Cape Man Highway. Listen, towns, villages that have never experienced electricity. Let my producer come. I'll play it so you people can see it. Let my producer come. Joseph, please come play this thing while I interview the lady. The lady is living in a mud house. She's using LEC. And this is the exact word the lady said to us. Go and tell the people in Monrovia that we are living life here. We can get cold water here. We can get everything. In the night, you can see the students are sitting under the light studying. Isn't that a good news? How many persons are aware that the towns and villages on the Cape Mount bombing highway, they've been electrified? It is because of the weakness and because people are so complacent. There's no success stories being told. Joseph, you need to come in, please. I beg you. Let's play this short video. I just want to tell the people, they can be sitting and they be talking. I just want to show them something. Please. Please come and play this video of the lady we interview in the town there, please. Let's play the lady that I interviewed near the mud house. You remember we got them on the stuff here, right? So get it on the other stuff. Please try to get it there. I just want let the people see it. How many of you are aware? You are not aware? It is because you don't have the people to inform Liberians about the workings. Every time the only way the oppositions will make noise, the opposition people will say something before they come up and say something. That's the only time. Let me send it to your WhatsApp. That's the only time they will do it. That is the only time. That is the only time. You can't say, this person is this person is that. But how many of you? I wonder it will come soon. I'm sending it to your. But so I thought you put it on the stuff the last time. I want to show you people something, please. I want you to see it. Have you done something to let the people know about all the achievements? Nothing of such. Liberians are not aware. And then I went, took upon my time, and messaged this man in government, a very senior person in government, and said to them that just give me names of this is it. Just give me names of areas where some of the things they've been able to take place, so that we ourselves will make a follow-up. I'm telling you, folks, up to present, that person, but that man says there, or that person says there, and expect you to play magic to know where all the government has done well, to come and just sit and talk at randomly without any facts, and you be talking. Then he says there now, he put a 4 up and be talking, yeah, my picking on the radio. You know, it's just something I need to make some fun, but it's serious. It's serious. It is very serious. Some of you are not helping the president, though. You are not helping the president. Most of you feel complacent to the extent that you think that the government job, it is your entitlement. So you don't care to do what can maintain it. You don't care how it is maintained. You don't want to know anything. You think that anything happens, you got nothing to. And let me tell you, after President Weah, bulk of you will never work in any government so easily. Bulk of you will never work in any government so easily. I'm being honest with you. Even you are qualified to even work, it will be difficult. Even you are qualified to even work, it will be difficult. It is taking long. I want to show this thing. I think you put it on the stuff there. This okay. Let me do this, folks. I will show you this thing here. I will show you this thing. But is there any way we can play it from here? The edited version. What we have it here. It should be here. Okay, it should be here. I want to show the people this, and I want you people to see this. You know, all these things. Look at the people. Look at the people. I don't know. Can I play it from the phone? But they won't get the audio though. For those of the people that maybe, you know, and this is the video I really enjoy. And see this. Let me play this on our way. What's the time name? Johnson Farm. Mama, how long you been here?
I'm still there. I'm 2 years.
2 years, huh? Since you been here, all the time you been coming here, LEC used to be here before?
No.
At the first time here?
First time, LEC came.
Okay.
LEC came, they gone. June. In Pidgin now, LEC came from June to July.
Okay.
For me, I got LEC in my house there July 28th.
So they house here that ain't that they house here can pour I know dead black.
No, more here.
So that more you get LEC in so?
Yeah, life I live in now.
Let currents.
Yeah.
So how you feel with the LEC?
I feel so fun because that is when I hear 50 out of charge phone. Yeah, we're paying 50 out of charge phone, but still LEC can and free.
Oh.
So I get lay on my bed, I put my phone charge.
So you're paying bill?
Yeah, we can go in recharge.
Yeah, but Ali can still on small.
Yeah, for me, I get video, I get TV, I get freezer, I get fan, I get anything. So I put my father, so now he came in for a whole time, go and recharge my phone. Or once my friend comes to my brain player, they charge a player there.
So what you want to say to the government?
I want to tell the government thank you. And tell LEC thank you also for bringing life. Even the man where one from my car, I say it's not talking a feeling. Because everybody wants
that in there you can put your color there.
Yeah.
People can just can't do it.
You can't when you stop car, sometimes they say 600, sometimes 500, sometimes
yeah, so it means that you're far from Mobile small. No, but you're far from Mobile small because you see the player you get LEC and everything.
Everything you drink cold water here.
Oh, so you can so you can drink cold water here too?
Yeah, you can drink cold water.
Oh, I say water.
Pas for water, because LEC on peut que c'est because the factory in bar. People going by the barley water, they
can make it cool here.
Make it cool, so can buy it in.
You see that? Right? Let me see something. Is this the other video? Let me play this again. I one time we went to. Hello and welcome to Voice of Liberia special interview today. Today we've left Monrovia and we've come to one of the villages on Grand Cape Mount Highway, moving towards the border. And we are a team of journalists from Voice of Liberia. My name is Sekou Sharif, and we are here today. One of the things that have caught our attention, it has to do with the electricity. At about this time, it is roughly minutes after 7 o'clock, but we are seeing a very bright village that has never happened before. And we've stopped by to talk to the residents of this village. They're going to tell us more about this place, and they're going to tell us their own, impression about the electricity we are seeing here. When did this come about, and how did it happen? We hear this evening. For those of you watching us, the time here is roughly minutes after 7 p.m. That means it is during the net hours we are doing this video, and it tells you how the place has electricity. So we're going to talk to, you just want to point the light a little bit on the pole so that people can see this. That is the electricity pole, one of the poles. So we have our brother here. Sir, what's your name?
I'm Sir Sefaravas Jr.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's
okay?
The name
Okay,
of
I just
town?
thought to show you that, and you see, right? We talk about what time we went there. You think that is not a good news for the government? You think the people don't need to know what's happening? That is a very good news. That is a very good news. But how many of you been thinking of telling the success stories of the government that gave you the job? And you go sit there, you won't be in one corner in chat rooms and be talking, say, I'm not trusted. Do you know the meaning of trusted? Or you think that loyalty is one-sided? 077. And now if you open the line, you listen to some of the people that suffered, that have not been given a job, and you've been given a job. You know, so you need to be grateful. 0770. I'm not vexed. I'm not moved But I need to say this because this is the platform I have. You get your own platform to go be talking, gossiping in chat rooms. You're taking money, telling people, say, oh, this, oh, that, oh, they. 0770-907-907, 0770-907-907, 0886-907-907 are the numbers to call. Let me take this person on the line. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Chief. How are you, sir?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, Sekou, I want to say thank you so much. Sekou, what you saying, it really hurts me. I really want to share tears. But first of all, my name is Toka Jise, the ambassador of Boston Liberia. Sekou, last night I shed tears when I think what happening. Why you will be happening on show, and then people can't attack you for your business. People can be pointing finger, oh, that Sekou there, that Sekou can be talking for the radio station now. That Sekou there, that Sekou. The people in government, look at the type of thing he's saying tonight. Look at the type of thing he's saying, Sekou. Sekou, only God will bless you. Only God will bless you. What are you doing for the country? Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. Let me take another person. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Sherry.
Go ahead.
This is Emmanuel Dumbo, and I call you from Broadway College community.
Mm-hmm.
As you were saying already, we are far bombing. We're right here in Broadway. We pay tax to government month and they take tax on not waiting but the force to take it for us, and we don't even have light, water, and room. We should take less than 15 minutes for your single. This time we take almost an hour. You have to leave for your 5:30. If you make mistake here after 7 o'clock, just know you get in time every day. And but they even care. Right in Broadway, yes, city. The Broadway line started right to petrol one and jump over Broadway and went straight by Broadway and put it right after Poro. We here suffering. We pay for the father at least for 4 years. Corporate even come here. They can't pay the level all around here. We're going to use the level to run from this current on it. What kind of operator is this in the country? Then when you say somebody tell you something that you want to hear.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I thank you for your interview because you are giving donate cheap today.
Thank you very much. Let me take this person. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Kenneth. I'm not calling about Barack Obama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm thank you for the information, man. Myself, I need to be feeling bad now. The one now, I see my people are going to the wrong side. But I never knew that what it's been doing to you. During I'm a sedition, yeah, to admit. I'm sorry for that.
Thank you.
I have to play the lifestyle.
Thank you. And you just brought my attention to this. Do you know that I took money? You know, it's not good to say this, but I will say it. I used to pay people seditions. I used to pay them every month. I work in government. I get government job. But I was using my simple sense. Hello?
Hello, Brother Sekou.
Go ahead.
Yeah, really, I want to appreciate you for your hard work you are carrying on in the Republic of Liberia. Yeah, you are one of the journalists who always speak out to the people on behalf of their rights. And yesterday, I watched your stuff on Ministry of Justice. What put here to you actually really helped me. Yeah. My name is Stephen Wilson, and also practicing a journalist, and I wish to see you one day.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. This person. Hello. Good evening. Yes, good evening.
Thank you. My name is Manuel Colley, and this is a journey from the National Headquarters of the Movement Against Geography Election.
Mm-hmm.
I think we are not appreciate you for it. Now, look, last time I happy affect bad things. Why more you watch your guests now? You were got even a zero with weapons. It's wrong. Well, so where are we heading to? People get a charge of view free.
I mean, we're talking about last night thing again, brother. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Yeah, I'm Joe Sherry. How are you?
Go ahead.
Well, as you directly said, first of all, I'm Brother Samuel Morris. I speak from the Bombing Highway.
Mm-hmm.
The physicians always say that there are times. Whether it is good, it is bad, that there are times.
So anybody that talk against them or talk the right thing, they will go against you. But my brother, don't be deterred. God will stand by you. Anybody that say the truth, the Bible says, say the truth and the truth shall set you free. Whether they like it or not, just do what is right. God will defend you, God will protect you, and we will see the end of this government. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm not praying for any bad for them, but I'm telling them the truth. Hello?
Good evening, Siku.
Good evening.
Thank you, brother. This is Edward Spencer M2. And I call you from our resident here in Tuporo. Let me see this, Siku Sherry. Why you should allow me to like you? But CBC have to appreciate you. It's easy to say you are ungrateful there. I don't know what I need to get you money to do anything you need to do. Look, for a simple example, right? You chief Fakon was the deputy minister at the Ministry of Information. Honestly, I need to let him off bread to go out on opposition. But you chief Fakon was a real medicine for the opposition. I don't know what go wrong because of our proposition I cannot create. It displays a man. And you put somebody there. Now people can say anything against the government. Look at a guy and react. Also, what you were doing was not related now pleasing me. But if you say that with all the things you have been to there, I'm astonished. To say that your whole color on fire and so on. I mean, I'm not how I want to the hardest person and the major of opening a question like that. Hey, there's another freedom here saying. Do you know that Winston Bladdy from Pana was looking at fire for you in the morning? Another CDC man. So, man, the best thing you know a fire for you before I leave you now.
You say what they made it? You say why he did the money?
It's a lot of bad thing for you today on Pana FM. One Winston Bladdy. But before I leave it now, they are fire there for you. Please remain independent. Opposition can't do a radio station. Ruling position can't do a radio station. Don't let's support anybody again because like people, my brother, you can kill yourself, you don't die for nothing. Thank you.
Okay, I will need to take our time to listen and see if it is true for what you're saying. I will need to listen. But I don't want to believe it. If it is true, hello?
So what are you doing?
I'm okay, and you?
Well, I don't know about a long time, Mama.
Go ahead.
This is ADP from Chicken Soup Factory, member of the Respond and Defense team. Take what I appreciate you for what you guys said. Take we all feeling the same pain.
No, me, I'm feeling pain. No, me, I'm begging anybody, but I'm saying because they're in the chat room talking, let us say, go ahead.
Yeah, what I said, what I mean that we all feeling the same thing. You just said that you will always appreciate this president.
True.
Because of this president, we ourselves, that is why we stay in this struggle, because we see some tangible. Today we can see the Embrace Hospital. Today we can see the 14 Marital Hospital. Today we can see the park. So based on somebody's research, that's why we stay behind president. Well, it's not about the minister there. It's not about the representative. There's someone over there. It's I'm saying that I'm not struggling. I'm struggling because of president we are sick. That is why you see someone always take them back on the street to vote for president we are. It's not about the guys and Sekou. So I just beg you, Sekou, because the sick of the president. I beg you, Sekou, do your.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. Hello. Hello. Sorry. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
This is Raymond Charlie. I join you from the capital bypass.
It must go ahead.
Sekou, you know what man does yesterday live after them. Sekou, you want to see man yesterday preaching for this government?
I have no regret.
Hello,
sir. Sorry, sir. Yes. Yes. Yes, I did it. I have no regret. I have no regret, sir.
You're the journalist. Let me be very well. You're the journalist in the country. Just bringing serious to us. They can see black yourself say that way. Look at yesterday. How's yesterday misleading our people now?
Hello. Let me tell you something. Some of you guys that are very sycophantic, you think, say, I have no regret for everything I did. If you give me the chance, I will do more. Hello.
Sekou, good evening again.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Sekou. And continue to listen to you throughout the night until your program can end. This is John D. Thomas for the second time on your platform this evening. Sekou, I one of the key person that talked on behalf of the opposition on the platform. Let me be very bold to you. I am an opposition member. But Sekou, let me say this to you. Some of our thought And this is why we've been doing it is wrong. I will not back anybody from the opposition. We've been thinking that this government taking millions of dollars giving it to you. Not new, so we're going through struggle like this. Hey, Heavenly Father, help me. Look, what you said tonight, look, go on, continue to cut about it tonight on a very, very serious note. All we thought, Sekou is helping the government agenda to move forward. Sekou getting millions of dollars out of this government. To our utmost surprise tonight, you're telling us that Sekou was even begging for even a document to go
I
through.
said I pour my land deed to get the money to go take my equipment from the airport.
All the truth? Look,
but any government people here?
Imagination. It beat my imagination. So some of the things that we always believe in the opposition is on the opposite. Sekou is also struggling like some of us are sitting here. Sekou, God will bless you for saying the truth. Nothing but the truth. You must continue to, when the opposition go wrong, chastise all. Get on our back until we can do the right thing. When the government go wrong,
thank you, my brother.
Good government, and then they do the right thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's take another caller. Hello.
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 Yeah, hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sylvie Sherry. Thank you very much. Yeah. You know my fraud generally in Liberia, and many times you are.
Go ahead, brother. Oh, too bad. You left the line. This person. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Ruben Kane, and I call from Ghana.
Oh, Ruben, a very good friend of mine.
Sekou, I have listened to you over an hour Sunday evening. I think that's why I told people my support to this government is not about the official government.
Mm-hmm.
It's about my life I put online 10, 12 years to this person going to 17 to 18 years. My support to this government or to the president when I was in the University of Liberia. But if you mind those ugly hands that feel that it is their qualification that gave them job, they don't know the pain Liberian, the partisan are carrying. They don't know the mind the president has for this country, and they are not able to do nothing for those who even around them as he mentioned. Those who live with them in the community, I'm not talking about any opposition, but they are partisan. They have no impact on them. They have no impact on society. You say that you will be gossip. Are they forgetting about 2020?
No.
When your life was at risk?
I say people visited my house.
Even and a government official for that matter, even if they had nothing to give you, I think they need to respect you.
Since then, up to President Thomas Fala never made mistake to even say.
Even Thomas Fala, and that's my disappointment. This man have more respect for. That up to this time, he did not call you. So, God forbid, your life has gone. So, maybe the same family that will say, "Oh, our family." I think it is dangerous those who are carrying on this gossip. When their name come out, we get at them because even the bureau institution will for them. Just to support this government. Just call one of them, they will never answer you. So we believe in the government, we believe in the president. And that's how our commitment goes. But second, when you manage people, just like you said, the goodness of this president, the people will continue to, they are the one that damaging the government, they are the one that damaging the country. That even they go where the president is doing, you cannot hear what we do. But just go.
Yeah. All the good things the government do, why people can talk about it? You know what? They will only praise the officials, individuals. It is because now what they can do, they take the money, they spend it to people to praise them, but they don't want to praise the government.
You see, the development, you look at the kind of hospital in Zapuru. Have you ever heard that?
Oh, you're not here on the radio. You're not here anywhere.
What they can talk about those things? They call this community rule. I think it's very sad, but those things, one day if you come out, we get at them. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you. You are not hear these things. You get one official or government or these ministers that they want people to support them as individuals, not the government. Hello.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Let the Almighty Allah bless you during some level of improvement in your job.
Inshallah. Inshallah.
That your institution. Allah bless you. Allah give you the strength, the wisdom, and they have been following you for a very long period of time for Joe again on all of media coming in on your own station. May Allah bring peace and blessing into your sources. And money is Mohammed M. Karenchion. I speak to even Jesus 16 Basa Medon Bush Ali. You know, Blessed have been following your platform. Yeah. What we say, let God bless you. Let Allah bring peace
Inshallah
into your life. Yeah. Because you know, when I listen to you today, I've been following you even on the Falcon and calling platform. Really, I try to admire you actually. Yeah. Well, I hope to tell you once to be on your number to your best.
Okay, thank you, Chief. And let me take 2 more calls. I won't take all the calls. Hello.
Hello, Sekou.
Good evening.
It's a very long time, my brother. So how you doing this for this George Badna? This is a similar boy.
George Badna, it's been a long time.
Yes, on Sekou, even though I'm very sorry to the Liberian people, and I'm still advocating for the particular government. But you know, even where the people actually put me into a hole that I cannot even have the opportunity to call and defend my government. But when I want to try, they will tell me, "Oh, my man, you know, even where it's critical, but to call on the phone before you call the disaster. Are you kidding me to call that as a disaster? That the government that gave the opportunity to the young people." But let me just come to the issue. He said something that actually kept my heart and taking on it, and a very, very important to the Liberian people, and very, very important to the government. Especially that the kind of crucial elections are coming. Sekou, look, the one that you said that gets my heart today, the people, and they are even just forgetting, like they are sitting in an office, that particular glass window, that they cannot see the day is going. Then you can see the sun going straight down to the sea. Then you look, when you want to turn around to see, then you see the darkness. As I say, 2023 almost close up when the people are not putting any mechanism in the place to convince the young people to actually, you know, to go and register to get a voting ID card to vote for the voting party so that these people can still continue maintaining their office. But they are there creating serious fire for the young people. Also, money are fighting for the young people to be fired for all our jobs. And they are the deputy minister of people said they are not even thinking about it. And this is very, very important.
Thank you, Chief. The news is up next. The news should come. Hello.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sekou. Thank you. I really picked up my calling. 7 last basketball calling for district number 9, Monserrato County, member of the National Response and Defense Person. We are all pro defender. Sekou, thank you so much for you to continuously be on the rebel path as a journalist to speak in the rebel way. But you see, my family and I, my colleague family, for some of our play allegiance to President George Manuel Weah because we did our research in the past to Edwin Joseph Salita. There's no other president can be compared to President Weah when it comes to infrastructure development, when it comes to human capacity building, when it comes to educationally, we are seeing transformation in our country. But those lieutenants that is around the president, they are some of them they are causing problem to the government. Look, it's just like you have a trouser in the front of the trouser here and you got to show this side in the side box behind it. Then you want to close the other side open.
Okay, Peter McCullough. Let me take the last call. Up next is the news. Hello.
Good evening, Sekou.
Good evening.
I'm Francisco McCray. I do join you from Hotel Africa.
Let's hear you, sir.
Thank you for your deliberations you disclosed to the public this evening, Sekou. You know, because in the country, people were thinking that you were backing the country, the president, you were in favor of the president. Everything you were doing, it was in the president's favor.
and now they themselves they see what is going on. Even but I don't know how they can call him Thomas Farah. Thomas Farah, I can remember how to tell you what we Freedom FN. I don't know how you read it, but hello.
Go ahead, you live. Oh, he left the line. Don't want to cut you off. That's all the time we've got to be. Let me say this. This radio station, we will accept opposition, we will accept government, we will accept anyone to come and appear. If the people cannot feel secure to come here, we have another means to stay host them from any part of the world. That's number one. Number two, I'm not against government or governments. I have not opened this radio station to honor my government or governments. If I have reasons, do you think I regret the support I gave to the government? I regret it. I don't regret at all. I regret nothing. All that I did, I don't regret anything. If I have reason to do more, I will do more. So I can't be sycophantic here. I don't regret nothing. I enjoyed doing all I did. And if I have reason to do it now, I will do it more. And our doors are open to everyone. My name is Sekou Sharif. Tomorrow we'll be back here on the show.